Oh, le salmon on a bit more serious.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Welcome to another interesting episode of Unscripted. A big shout out to all of our subscribers. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing. We really appreciate you. And for today's episode, we have somebody beautiful with me here in the studio that will be discussing today's topic. She's actually a co-host on this podcast, but today she's coming in as a guest. Miss Jumoke, welcome on the show.
Thank you so much, co-host.
How does it feel to be a guest on the show?
It depends on how you intend to bring me, but then, oh my God.
Well, you're true, guys. It's me. See each other almost every day at church.
As you can see, my bed is getting oily already. And I don't see. So let's begin.
Okay. So our topic for today is our desires and God's plan. And we're taking our Bible text in the book of Psalms 37 verse 4, which says, "Take delight in the Lord, and He will give you your heart's desires." So, first of all, should believer have plans, since God is all-knowing and He knows the future, the past, and the present? Should we actually have plans as believers?
Of course, we should have plan, because if you go by what the Bible verse, the anchor Bible verse said, it is God that will give us the desires of our hearts. So it therefore means we'll have a desire, we'll have a plan. So as a believer, you should have a plan, you should have a desire.
Well, sometimes we believers, we have plans, we have everything written down, and sometimes it's just like timeline to everything, and at the end of the day the plans doesn't work out. So in that scenario, or in that case, when a certain believer puts out plans to God and prays to God about a particular plan, and is not always coming forth, for that particular believer, the faith or our faith will start shaking. So what should that person do?
I think the words for that particular believer, your faith starts shaking because you get your heart desire. I'm trying to see if that person is actually a believer in the first place.
Sometimes,
yeah, things will definitely not always go our way. And your premonition as a believer is the fact that the plan, the desire, the purpose, the will of God supersedes whatever it is you have. So if you know that this is the desire that I put out for God, this is the plan I put out for God, like most of you that do New Year, New Resolution and list out things, I don't do it because I've learned the hard way. A lot of times when I list those things out at the end of the year and I take my poll, none of them is done. And I will just say that if I have this on this way, God will do this on this way, and in the end those are the best things for me. So I've learned to come into a new year saying, God, let your will be done and show me your will. I want to know your purpose. So by the time you get to that point as a believer whereby you know that you have desire, but then God should open your eyes to see this desire, His will for you as regarding whatever it is you're planning for. You will be rest assured if what you desired originally did come to pass, because you know that whatever He has given to you is what is good. There is this prayer I do say. I'll tell God that thank you for the things you've done. Thank you for the ones you're doing. Thank you for the ones you're going to do. And thank you for the ones you're not going to do, because it's not good for me. So I believe that if I had a desire for something and I didn't get it, it's just because it's not good for me. I have a recent example of some things I was believing God for, especially, what makes it funny was the fact that I had dreams. I had a friend that had a word that confirmed it, that Jumoke, this thing's going to come to pass. So I was so rest assured, and God so now loved me that showed me His love, that when the particular thing that I dreamt about and I had the word about happened, I just felt like, wow, this is it, and it is just playing out just the way it is. And at the tail end of it, it just got withdrawn, and I felt bad about it, and I went back to the same God, and I'll be like, are you pulling my legs? Like, you can't tell me that you're gonna add this thing. And when I was at the tail end of getting it, somebody just stopped to withdraw it, and during the session of prayer, it revealed some things to me. And I now saw that even if I got that thing at that time, I was not prepared for it. Like, say you were supposed to be an anchor now for a show, do you get? But the people that you're going to interview, you've not really done your research so well about them and all that, but you're so eager to interview them. And God had already given you the promise that you're going to be interviewing the president of US, you're going to be interviewing the Prime Minister of UK and all that, do you get? And you were so happy about it. But then you've not really done your due diligence. And God is not going to put you on that stage to go and, do some kind of BS. Because if you feel like she's a Christian, she prays, even for those that are not, do you get what I'm trying to say? So sometimes our desire might align with God's will and purpose for our life. But then you might not get it at that point in time that you wanted it, probably because you've not developed capacity enough to function well and for the name of God to be glorified.
Thank you for sharing that. I'll also share one of my experiences. There was one time I applied for a particular job, and that job has been my to work in that radio station. Like if I would come back to Lagos, I would love to work there. So they put out application. I applied. I don't know, maybe because I was so excited about it that I dreamed about it that I got that job. Wow. So I was just assured that my dream comes true, I'll get the job and everything. It shocked me when they're not coming back. I was sad. So eventually when I saw the person that did not give that job, I'm like, what's in this one?
Wow, so started jealousy.
Yeah, exactly. But then I'm like, oh, but I prayed. And you're even the one that gave me things to do. I prayed. I'm like, I feel so bad with that. So why did you not put this desire in my heart so you know that you're not going to do this? Like you had to, I didn't have to dream about it that I got that job in that dream and didn't give it to me. But I was so sad, but at the end of the day, I tried as much as possible to move on and don't do them in that failure or whatever. So at what point can one know that once my heart desire is aligned with God's will?
Okay, I think that point, to me, how I got to that point was as a reason of me investing my time, myself, in getting closer to God, knowing God, in prayer and in studying the Word of God. So when I grew to that point, I'm sure we've had this before, that both of us became from Muslim background, and it took us a while before we could get our footings in Christendom, and that in a way has imprinted some kind of attitude or habit in us as people coming from the other side, because we felt we didn't get it on a platter, so we had to work extra. But that's not it. But that was actually how I started feeling that I have to get closer to God, because people that were born into a Christian home, let's say you're 30 years, you've already known God probably 28 years before myself, and I just got to know God. So I feel like you've gotten ahead of me. So that pushed me into want to learn more about God, want to get closer to God, especially when I study the Bible and I hear and I see the way people talk about how God spoke to them and all that. Do you get? So in the process of me being inquisitive, it drew me closer to God. And at that point, my desire becomes so narrowed down, my thoughts, my plans. Like you said the other time, that we have plans. Like, let's say, like, you want to get married now. Now that I've told that, and although my own list is to love God is not the last one. It's somewhere in between, but it's not top on the list. You get it, but it's there. You get on top of the list. No, I'm not going to tell you. So whatever. So do you get? So really, God really would work on our desires. But the closer you get to God, you will see that He has refined your thoughts. He has refined your thinking. He has refined even your desire when you get closer to Him. So now by yourself, you take a commodos to one. Like, it does not necessarily have to be tall. Once you know God, it could be short. You get? Even if it's not fair, maybe you will tell us, sorry, maybe you've been planning to marry a white guy, and just like, if I get a fake guy that is from Anambra, that is very fair, you go pass for it. You get? I'm just saying. So how I felt that I got closer to God, and I feel that my desire, my will align with God's will, it's because of the closeness that I have, attained with God. Now, closeness, I mean that I am still working on it. I really still want to hear God expressly, even though I've had him 2 times in my lifetime where he spoke to me expressly and I hear in my ears that he said, so you get. So now, that even speaks to how close you are to God, because if you're not close to God, if he speaks to you, you will not know. He said, my sheep hears my voice, they knows my voice. As we are now, a lot of people are in this place now. If your mom calls you, you will know.
Yeah.
Do you get? There's a bond, there's something that makes you, do you get? So it is the amount of time that you spend in the presence of God, you spend dwelling at his presence, soaking yourself in worship, reading the word, opening yourself up to him, that will tell when or how or if your desire is going to be aligned with him. Because here especially now, I've said it several times, when I was in school, I see question papers in my dream. It's solving with me. Do you get? When I'm talking about marrying and all that, prior 2 years ago, I've never prayed for man, like I want to be married, even though I'm of age. Do you get? It has never bothered me. So now that people are like, they are just marrying. And I started thinking about it, and a lot of friends many friends have tried to match me and all that, and it doesn't work. When God gave me a dream, and I just, in my head now, I know where I will get him. I know what he looks like. I know what he looks like. So any guy that is not it is coming, is not it. So I can brag on my relationship with God. That is the dividend you get as a Christian and a believer when you come constantly to the presence of God and you open yourself up. Like previous the video we had with Apostle Gabi, he said it, that you come to the presence of God like, hey, I'm naked. There is this song by K-Strength that said, this is where I will be naked and I will not be ashamed. I will come to you and I'll tell you, oh boy, there was a time I messed up so big time, and I had to tell God, see, fix it.
But wait, let me come in right there. When I know a lot of people, they say that come to God naked. It's all knowing now, but he knows what you're going through. What you say?
Yeah, he knows. That is why you should acknowledge the fact that he knows. Why are you lying?
That's just like,
he knows. He knows. They wanted you to acknowledge it. It's like, see, when you are saying that, why do we have to come? Why do we have to trust God? Why do we have to go through some tests? It's not for God to know whether you love him. It's even for you to measure your love for God. Latini, bring the gold, Tony. I'm sure it's almost a gold. You get it? If it's not a gold, go and say, okay, go and dash Jumoke, like 24 karat gold. Go and dash Jumoke. It's not that God didn't know that you, God didn't, is not sure whether you love him or not. It's just wanted to show you yourself that you are making God out of this gold lecture. You get? So sometimes all those things, it's not that God didn't know. It's just for you to even know your place, where you are, that do I really love God? Can I really heed his commands?
Wow, you shared so much. You shared interesting opinions and thoughts. I really, really like that. So I'll try to personal question now. So do you think that as you journey through like your desire and God will be same? Are you well?
Like I said, that it is your relationship with God that will determine that. It will get to a point that you be so close to God that you know that the desire of your heart are from God, because he's the one that inspires you. He's the one that speaks through you.
Okay, let's talk about waiting through the. When you go to God with all of your heart desires, sometimes you feel like you're not going to God the answer, or when you say it's never too late, right? You feel like today, pray tomorrow, we should get an answer. So in that time where you are waiting, the first week, the second week, nothing is coming for you, that's what you think to go from your heart desire. At that time, is it safe to say that maybe this is not working for you because it has not happened?
Okay, I love that. And the thing is with waiting, I think I'm a typical example of what it means to wait on God, because he has taught me in different occasions and experiences that Jumoke, you've got to wait. I am that kind of person that I am naturally. Do you get it? If there is 7 routes to getting to a place. Trust me, Jumoke is looking for how I can just shorten it to like 2.5 or even 3 to just get there. That is the way I used to be. Do you get? Even from the way I talk, I talk fast. I just want it fast. But that's the way I. But God has taught me in numerous ways. Most recently, where I was when I came to Lagos, I was actually squatting some family, and in my widest dream, when I was coming to the Southwest, I never thought I was going to squat with people for a year. Like, I was working with bank. You know, I will save. Even staying with people who make you even save, and they don't ban it. Do you get it? So I saved actually, but before you knew it, I'll blow the money. I won't even get the house that I wanted. So all the while for like 2-3 years, I didn't even really ask God that lay or something. I just felt it's a normal thing. It's something I should just get and pay. You have to ask God. But it took me 3-4 years to learn that. Okay, go to Him and ask. It's that flimsy to me. Like, do you get? So after I realized that I'm supposed to go ask God that I need a house, and I did. I asked God that I need a house, and He showed me the house I was gonna get. He even showed me my roommate. You know, the thing with God with me is He doesn't show me like He will show me. He will show me the person inside, color, height, all those things. He showed me my room. He showed me my house and all that. I had it in my left hand, so that I'm living jail. It took 2 years before that I got the house. And I'll be like, okay, He showed me the house, showed me my roommates. So then I started putting the agents in work, like Elomamba and Wale. Because 1,000 years on earth is one day with God. It's almost be looking like it's like 1,000 years later. Yeah. So I couldn't wait. And I started looking for houses up and down. But I never got anyone that I liked. Then I would not want to go into details of how I got the house. And the person that was supposed to be my roommate, I don't know. I was not even in the second to be the person she will ask to share the place with, because she has 2 of her best friends that were looking for a house. But from nowhere, she just told me to be married. I was like, all those times when she was looking for roomie, I was just like, God, hey.
This guy.
No. See. We are royalty. You don't go meet people like that. She's a born again, she's a believer too. And I just step in. But deep within me, inside my room, I was following up with prayer. All and team in said, it's me. And she just called me. And I just got a house. Now, look at the sequence of events. It took me 3 years to learn that I have to come to God to ask God to give me a house, to show me a house. Then after He even showed me, I still wanted to help God. And it took me another 2 years. Almost 2 years, sorry. Before, I could get the house. So, waiting, actually, it's good for Christian. Why I would say that is because it helps you to build capacity, tenacity. It's what patience in you, because money treasure, my parents, if you're going, do you get? So, God needs, for me, if immediately I got to Lagos was when I got a house. I've done it before. 24 minutes. That was then. Do you get? So that person needs to change. So I need that time. So the waiting period for me to get a house was a period where God needs to break me down, teach me patience, teach me long suffering, teach me how to tolerate people. I just felt that if I can't do this and you don't do it to me, I might call BS out. Do you get? So waiting period for Christians, for believers, is supposed to be a welcoming period for us. If we are aware that this period is when God is going to teach you something, He's going to heal you.
All right, that was so beautiful and interesting. Thank you so much for sharing. So to wrap it up with this final question. So now, is it that we should neglect our heart desires and just go to God in prayer? God, put your will in my heart. Or should we just go ahead with our own heart desire and still pray for God's will?
To me, I think you can pick either. If you want, get your desire. Plan. There's a book we read in our book club. See, write it one by one. Pray to God about it. It's going to teach you, tell you what His desires are or will is concerning each of them. Or if you think you want to go the express route, if you just say, see God, like we said, come naked, come on my place. just put it there for him, and he's going to teach you step by step. He's willing to do either of the two, provided you are willing to.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Abby. Thank you so much for sharing personal experiences as well. And it made it so interesting and very realistic. Thank you so much. We've come to the end of this episode. Thank you so much for listening. Let's thank our listeners. And that was interesting. I like the fact that I think I like him more as a guest.
I'm not coming back as
No,
if
please come back.
the co-host,
So to catch you again on our next episode, do not forget to share, comment, and always remember
Subscribe.
Also, subscribe, and always remember Jesus loves you. Bye.